Hey everybody, Dan here with Fit Feather for Outfitters. For the longest time, I said the Smith & Wesson M&P9 2.0 metal carry comp was their best M&P9 2.0 to date. And I stood by that. I said this one is the best. It has a port there. It has a 4.2 inch barrel, performance center trigger, great overall handgun. I still love it with the aluminum frame. But what they have here is something that blows that one away. I feel weird saying that, but this big, huge case has the best M&P9 2.0 to date. We're going to talk about it, so let's do it. So what is in this case? Well, it's called the 2024 Spec Series M&P9 2.0 Steel M2. And let's take a look at this. Here it is. This takes the M&P9 to a whole new level. Check that out. This has so much to offer and a lot in the case, even a knife and a coin. And underneath, I'm going to show you that. But let's get to the gun because that is the heart of this video. Check that out. It's called a Spec V with the V as the 5. All right. It's similar slide serrations, which I think is super cool. See that on the metal carry comp. But this ships with 3 23 round mags and 3 additional palm swells. Custom fit your hand size. You see the blue, the flared mag well, the mag release, the slide stop, the takedown lever. Here we have the optic cover, the barrel that is fluted, all this blue on here. That's PVD coated. And then the frame itself is steel, not aluminum. And it is heavy, intentionally. And it also has this compensator. So you add all this together, you have a very interesting looking firearm. It does have slight texturing there. I think that's just for aesthetics. But the comp is made by Strike Industries. It's a true comp. This is a port. Okay, they call it a comp. It's actually a port. This is a true comp. It can be removed with a 1/2 by 28 threaded barrel. Did I show you? It's fluted. Okay. I think it's super cool. Anyhow, it is compensated. So you add the steel frame along with the compensator and the 23 round mags. You have a competition ready handgun out of the case. Now, you may not be a competitor. I'm not a competitor, but I love full size handguns like this. And I think this looks super cool. Look at those cuts in that barrel. See that? They really paid attention to detail with this. It also has a performance trigger. Brakes very lightly, around 3 pounds. Not much of an audible reset. The sights are raised in case you do run a can. And they are night sights. So you have the night sight effect. You could co-witness your optic. You can run a can. You can do a ton with this thing. And I love the slide cutouts too. It is... I think it's beautiful. And some people have their opinions about flared mag wells. You can remove this. It's very easy. Okay. And so I want to show you what's also in the case because this comes in at a hefty price and this is why. Now, these Smith & Wesson knives, this one's actually pretty cool. I like that. All right. So it's got maybe a 3-inch blade, maybe 2 3/4 inch, but a very nice knife, like G10 scales. And then this coin, right, collectible right there. And then underneath here, you have 2 additional 23 round mags. Here's some wrenches and blue Loctite for the optic you put on there. And there are the 3 palm swells. It also has a thread cap. If you take that comp off, you could use that thread cap to protect it. And then there's a tool here to punch out the roll pin for removal of that mag well. Huge case. Get a load of that. But this thing has just about everything that you could add to a pistol with some additional like that Strike Industries. Strike Industries is working with a lot of manufacturers with various parts, and they are really making a name for themselves. I think their name is strong and has been strong throughout the years, but now with what they're doing with the Kuna, with that brace, and now what they're doing with this Spec V with the comp, they're really killing it. And this is a beautiful handgun. And when you grip this, it just feels strong with that steel frame. So when I handle these together, yeah, this is a larger gun. It's got the comp on there, all the other accessories. Yeah, it's going to be heavier, but this has an aluminum frame, which I love. This has a steel frame, and that's what sets this apart. You look at the way it's cut, it just takes your average 9mm competitive handgun to a whole new level. 23 round mags, 3 of them. So you're looking at $1,700 for this. You could say it's too much, but there is a market out there. I think they're trying to hit that 2011 market without making it a true 2011 with everything that it offers, especially the frame material and everything. But the raised sights is nice. I just think it's awesome. I would love to get some range time, put a good optic on there and see what it can do. I'm pretty sure I know the results, but I'm not going to do that with this video. Perhaps another one, but this thing sure is sweet. And if you get the chance to check it out, I think you should take advantage of it. Once again, Dan here with Feather for Outfitters. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.